Tonight, devastation strikes Las Vegas after an active shooter kills over 50 people and leaves hundreds injured.
And Catalunya votes for independence from Spain.
Also, a new local smoothie shop helps prevent food insecurity. Murrow News 8 starts right now.
From Studio B on the campus of Washington State University, this is Pullman's only nightly newscast. This is Murrow News 8.
Good evening. I am Brittany McIntosh.
And I'm Irish Concepcion. Welcome to Murrow News 8. "50 people are dead and hundreds were injured in Las Vegas in what is being called the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. The shooter was identified as 64-year-old Stephen Paddock, who was on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino when he fired on more than 22,000 country music fans near the end of the concert.
Paddock checked in the Mandalay Bay Thursday and had been playing numerous hands of $100 poker. Police believe that he killed himself moments before the SWAT team burst in. Police say they found at least 10 rifles in the hotel room. The Islamic State claimed that Paddock was one of its soldiers. However, the FBI says there's no evidence of ties between him and international terrorist group organization. One of the women died in the attack originally from Spokane area. For families looking to locate missing loved ones, please call 1-866-535-5654.
In response to that shooting across the country, the American flag is being waved at half-staff as ordered by President Trump. Members of the White House took to Twitter to express their condolences for victims. And then there was Hillary Clinton, who tweeted her thoughts about the National Rifle Association's needing to toughen gun laws. In a public statement, White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders criticized Clinton's Twitter post.
It's very easy for Mrs. Clinton to criticize and to come out, but I think we need to remember the only person with blood on their hands is that of the shooter, and this isn't a time for us to go after individuals or organizations. I think that we can have those policy conversations, but today is not that day.
The National Rifle Association has not released any statements in response to Clinton's tweet. Washington State University's football team is now ranked 11th in the nation. After upsetting USC 30-27 Friday night in the Palouse, the Cougars jumped 5 spots in the AP national poll. QB Luke Falk led the way through throwing a 340 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Jamal Murrow rushed for 1 touchdown and 91 yards on just 6 carries. Heisman hopeful Sam Darnold couldn't pad the state line, throwing just 15 for 29 for 1 interception and no touchdowns. Following the loss, USC tumbled down to 14th in the AP national poll. Washington University looks to reach 6-0 as they take on the University of Oregon this Saturday in Eugene at 5 p.m. After the big win against USC, the Washington State University Fire Department was busy responding to multiple calls. Most of the calls received had to do with minor fires such as couches, mattresses, and cushions. A few teenagers were sent to the hospital with alcohol-related injuries, and 1 or 2 people suffered from ankle injuries while attempting to rush the field.
According to Feeding America, Whitman County has the highest food insecurity rate in Washington state. Food insecurity is a state of being without reliable access to affordable, nutritious food. Stella Kim visited one business trying to combat food insecurity.
Downtown Pullman just got a little bit sweeter, and for some, its source may be in an unexpected place. Pullman's first juice and smoothie shop is located inside of a popular yoga studio. Main Street Squeeze opened their doors less than 2 weeks ago, and they're already working to raise funds for charitable organizations. The store currently sells smoothies, cold-pressed juices, and smoothie bowls, but they hope to expand in the future.
The kiwi patootie is the most popular drink at Main Street Squeeze, and after trying it for myself, I can see why.
One of the main reasons why Destiny opened Main Street Squeeze was to bridge the gap between local farmers and Pullman residents.
I'm really thankful to be able to, connect the farmer to the food to the people with ready-to-eat foods, because a large part of why people don't branch out into healthier eating or alternative ways of eating is largely because they don't know how.
Destiny's goal is to get 50% of her ingredients from farmers in the area. She also hopes to get involved with local organizations like a community action center, which provides services like a community food bank.
26% of people are food insecure, and if you take students out of the equation, which is most of our population, it's still about 20%.
In the future, Destiny hopes to raise awareness and funds for the Community Action Center. Stella Kim, Murrow News 8.
People all over social media are already mourning over the death of singer Tom Petty, but according to reports, he still isn't dead. He was taken to the hospital Sunday night after being found unconscious and not breathing at his home in Malibu. But this morning, it was decided he had a cardiac arrest but is still fighting for his life. After the break, studying our biological clock has earned 3 people world recognition.
And people from Catalonia urge their independence from Spain.
No more pencils, no more books. No more teachers, dirty looks. School's out for summer. School's out forever. School's out with fever. School's out completely.
What this place needed was better graduation rates. So we worked with schools like Henry Ford High, and now they're up 18%. And it can happen in every place.
School's out for summer.
To help us do more good this year, go to unitedway.org because great things happen when we live united.
3 Americans have taken home the Nobel Peace Prize for their studies in the human body's biological clock.
The Nobel Assembly at Karolinska Institutet has today decided to award the 2017 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine jointly to Jeffrey C. Hall, Michael Rosbach, and Michael W. Young.
The 3 winners walked away with $1.1 million in total for opening research and awareness on the importance of sleep in the human body. Doctors found genetic mechanisms behind the circadian rhythms, which adapt to different phases of the body during the day, including sleep and hormone levels, body temp, and metabolism. Jeffrey Hall thought he was being pranked simply because the Nobel Peace Prize work stemmed from research beginning in 1984. It seems like just overnight, the season has changed and fall fashion is finally here. Today marks the first Monday of October, which means it's National Consignment Day. This new holiday celebrates consignment as the smart, sustainable way to shop and earn money. Exchanging someone else's fashion for your own keeps the cycle of good taste going. Use #National Consignment Day to share on social media.
Catalans are celebrating Catalunya's vote for independence from Spain. Massive crowds cover the streets of Barcelona. But this time, people cheered with joy instead of engaging in violent protests. When polling stations for Spain's referendum opened on Sunday, police tried to stop voters by dragging them away from their stations. However, 90% of people's vote yes to be split from Spain.
Festive mood here in Barcelona as the results begin to trickle in. So far, it seems that the yes have a resounding victory, but the turnout, though, is very low. Of the more than 5 million expected to vote, only 2.5 million actually went to the polls to vote.
Although 90% of votes have already been counted towards Catalunya's independence, is still uncertain that Catalunya's leader will be able to assume total control over Catalunya. Hurricane Murrow left many animals without homes, wandering the streets. After a week of canceled flights and a wait list for any viable ones, a mile-long PETA's animal rescue team charted its own flight, and it is on ground in Puerto Rico. The rescue team continues to offer help and support in the aftermath, healing animals every day. After the break, we will check in on the status of folk singer Tom Petty's health.
And I will be back to tell you about this week's weather forecast.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up? We finally bought a place.
Holy cow!
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Fall is here and clouds may hold off the rain. Irish, what does the weather look like this week?
Well, I'll tell you how the weather looks. The temperature is currently sitting at 50 degrees. The average is usually a little bit warmer, but the humidity is going up, but it's no surprise because it's the beginning of fall. So with that being said, moving on to tomorrow's forecast. In the morning, before you leave your house to go to work or school, I suggest you wear a light jacket just because it's going to be 55 degrees, though it's going to be sunny. By the mid-afternoon, the temperature will increase by 5 degrees, and the skies will be clear towards the evening. Now looking into the entire state of Washington, from east moving west, all the lows have been in the 30s and 40s in Pullman, Yakima, Wenatchee, Spokane area. Temperatures have been in the 60s. It's been looking a little bit warmer in Seattle, Olympia, and Vancouver on the west side. And now here is a 5-day forecast. So tomorrow on Wednesday, it'll be 62 degrees with a low of 39. It's going to remain warm until Friday. On Saturday, it will be cloudy, and on Sunday, expect it to get a little warmer, and we might not be needing those puffy coats.
Thank you, Irish. What does Stephen King's movie It and a Burger King in Russia have to do with each other? We'll find out after the break.
Good one, son.
Last summer, my new dad took me on vacation. First, we went deep sea fishing.
Wow! I'm so proud of you, son.
And then we went on Thunder Shark.
That was awesome! Let's go again!
3 times. I gotta say, it was pretty cool.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
Oh, not again.
If you want to be a parent, it doesn't matter how you play, what you wear, how you dance, or even what direction life takes you. You just need to be there. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care don't need perfection. They just need you.
Burger King Russia is attempting to ban Stephen King's It from the movie theaters in the country due to the similarities the company sees between Ronald McDonald and the movie's leading antagonist Pennywise. Burger King claims that the blockbuster movie doubles as advertising for McDonald's because of the similarities between the restaurant chain's mascot and the film. The fast food company filed a complaint with Russia's Federal Monopoly Service, suggesting it should no longer be shown in theaters. With fall in the air, a Pullman orchard is giving community members a chance to pick locally grown apples. The Turkey Orchard in Pullman is having its opening weekend starting on Friday.
To the airport, it's perfect for locations. And some great apples as well. Thank you for watching. Join every night weekday at 7 and 10 p.m. for Pullman's only nightly newscast.
Have a great night, and don't forget to follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter. Good night, Pullman.